people of the internet. I am Lucha Man, and welcome to Lucha Man Reviews. We here at Channel Pirate Captain Jeff apologize for the dry spell of content here on this channel. But you're in for some luck, because I'm going to review a whole bunch of stuff for you, and then Test Subject 1337 is going to cover something that y'all know and love. But before we get to the good stuff, and the other good stuff, we have to cut through the nitty-gritty mid-ground. Okay. So, over the last couple of months, there's been some stuff I've seen on the T and the V, but I've been kind of busy, so unable to give it the proper time to review it. This included two new TV shows, a half-hour-long special of a show that has been previously established, and a movie from 2022. And the scores are, okay, well, these were on TV. They weren't... well, basically we're going from worst to first, and that's not exactly giving it too much credit. But yeah, so here's 4 things that I've seen in the last few months, ranging in the less than stellar category, where, well, the movie and the shows were free, so you get what you pay for. So anyway, here we go. The first show I'm reviewing, as the first season should be drawing to a close, is Royal Crackers. Now, when I first saw this, and I was thinking it was going to be something along the lines of, there was an old Cartoon Network show called Long Live the Royals, where basically the upper crust, the creme de la creme, where having to deal with like some everyday issues that us regular schmoes have to deal with. But that wasn't the case. So what's Royal Crackers? Royal Crackers was founded by, the show is about the company founded by Theo Hornsby Sr., a man who is basically, he's the Rick Sanchez of the show. Very rude, not a genius, not a super genius, but with all the rude character traits. Yeah, so his son, he has his firstborn son, Stebe, S-T-E-B-E. The B is a whole episode story about his disappointment in his son. Steve, people pleaser doormat, who's one of the people in charge of the company. His wife Deb, person who really cares about the company and is very aggressive businesswoman. Their son Matt, the Meg Griffin of the series, the whipping post, and Mr. Hornsby's second son, Theo Hornsby Jr., washed out rock star and currently frontrunner for Poser of the Year. I'll come up with a list later of all the posers that I've seen throughout entertainment. Anyway, the show is them trying to keep, this episode is basically them trying to keep their company afloat. Their company is failing and has a horrible business model, and it's basically, the show is just so very stupid. The character designs look very bad. Like, I'm thinking this may have been animated in Flash. There's like some of the ways some of the characters are drawn and designed. It's not exactly something to write home to about. The episodes, basically, it's like, how are these people? I suppose the writing is bad. The way Matt is treated, like I said, he's the Meg of the show. He has to deal with crap. Now it's weird. Some shows, like, they have some funny bits, and there's some parts where the show pays attention to what's going on to the show itself, and maybe some parts of events that have happened outside of it in the real world. But okay, so I have no idea how and or why I've watched the entire season. And by this recording, I think the final episode of the season will be airing tonight, so I've made it through almost the entire season. I give Royal Crackers a 5 out of 10. I think it's something there to watch. It's Adult Swim's newest comedy series, they called it. But seriously, one of the production teams that worked on this show was called Anti-Laugh. And boy, did they pick the appropriate name, because I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, am I supposed to be laughing at this? It's like, I think it's one of those shows where you have to be very sleep deprived to be enjoying it. It's like, okay, I think it's just there for the sake of being there. In fact, it's kind of one of its business models for the show itself. It actually has moments where it like loops animation, I think just for the effort to save time, because they're like, okay, we're like 3 seconds short on this, so how can we pad this out? So padding bad animation and lackluster in the writing department. So, yeah, watch at your own risk. Here's the thing: I am very easy to please. So for me to not like something, it has to either work very hard to be a screw up, or it has to put in zero to no effort on the team's end, just to be like, well, we'll just throw this out there and hope that people like it. So yeah, I guess that saying could sum up my thoughts for most of these things that I'm reviewing today. Okay, moving on from the 5.1. Next up on the docket, the most. So we jump to last year, 2022, with the release of the film Aqua Teen Forever Pantasm. So based on this film, it acknowledges some of the real world events happening by breaking a little. It does a fourth wall break, and it acknowledges things involving the world of online shipping and of online streaming services. So the Aqua Teens have under. I swear, Aqua Teen Underforce, how it's run for this long, and it looks like it's still going to keep going. I have no idea. It amazes me. The characters are pretty much the same as they always are. Master Shake is still a jerk and an idiot. Meatwad is still a lovable idiot, and Frylock is somehow the smartest person in the show, but then of course somehow the world around him is still out to get him. Basically, the events are after reasons which we cannot figure out why the Aqua Teens broke up. Oh wait, it's actually covered in the movie. Yes, the Aqua Teens have broken up, but then of course they have to reunite because for some reason only they can save the world. So will the world be saved, or will they just make things worse? Track record indicates it's kind of the latter. Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay for this movie. It was for free, so I got what I paid for. And it's Aqua Teen, so you don't really expect it to be heavy on plot or character development or make too much sense. But yeah, the fact that it's been that's been around for this long, I give it a 5.5 out of 10. So, can't really say yay or nay about it. Well, if anything, I'm saying nay about it. So yeah, it was free. So moving on. Moving on. Okay, hopefully things will pick up from here. The next, next is a Next is a review of a half-hour long special. So Adult Swim had a series called Ball Masters, spelled with a Z, 9009. I reviewed the show earlier and I liked it. I thought it was unique, good in it. Unique art style, funny story. One voice, and of course, it's appropriate that I'm reviewing this after Aqua Teen because Master Shake is, of course, the voice of Baby Ball, one of the characters in the show. And here's what, for this half-hour long special, it's called Ball Masters 9009 Rubicon. So at the end of the previous, when Ball Masters 9009, the series, when the previous series season ended, it ended on a cliffhanger, and this episode was supposed to be directly what happened after the cliffhanger, the next to be continued thing. So I'm watching this, and they do this opening in the style of a 70s or an 80s anime. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. And as it goes on, I'm like, okay, how long is this opening going? And it's like, wait a minute. The entire half-hour special is animated in anime style. Now, I've seen some shows where an episode or parts of it in its entirety or part of an episode change animation styles, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And for this, it doesn't. I mean, that's one of the things what I liked about Battle Master was the unique style and the fact that it loses some detail and it loses some visual detail based on how it's changed to that style. So it's all the voice actors. It's the same level of stupidity and comedy. So I give it a solid 6 out of 10. So basically, they're about to start. Without spoiling too much, the season finale was basically setting up to be Gurren Lagann, and this episode just kind of took that plan and ran with it, and it ended on a cliffhanger. So hopefully we'll be getting another season of Ball Masters, and who knows, will the art style change? Will it still be the Japanese style, or will it go back to the original style? So I don't know. It was alright, but like I said, I wasn't a fan of the art style change. Like I said, 6 out of 10. Now I've noticed, so for all of these, I've noticed that for comedy, I guess there's some weird overlap. For a show to be comedy, there has to be some level of stupid. I think it is possible for something to be funny, but not having everyone have the IQ of a fence post. And most of these shows seem to denote, oh yeah, how do we make this funny? Let's make everyone stupid. Let's make the whole world stupid. So it's like Simpsons syndrome, or South Park syndrome, or Family Guy syndrome. You know, basically everyone has to just be a massive idiot. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. So basically, I watch these. It's like you know, the nostalgia critic. He says, "I remember it, so you don't have to." Well, I watched these, so you don't have to. If you did, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, it's weird for me to actually review something that is less than stellar. But that's why we have the 10-point system, and, well, to each their own. And the fact that I watched all these, well, clearly something was done right. Alright, moving on to the grand finale, I am reviewing Dig Man, the new comedy on Comedy Central. It just finished its full season, and it left a cliffhanger with the possibility of a second season. So, in the archaeological discovery world of people like, I don't know, Sam and Remy Fargo, and from the Clive Cussler works, or you have Indiana Jones, or Laura Croft, yeah, or the Uncharted series. You have all these great archaeologists, people discovering ancient artifacts and whatnot, and then you have this idiot. Rip Digman is a famous archaeologist who 12 years ago lost his wife because his former assistant killed her and stole the artifact. And the fact that the assistant has not been arrested for this is kind of a mystery. So the series, it actually has like an overarching plot and a story where everything is connected. So after being out of action for a while, Rip decides to come back thanks to help of one of his a student of his who wants to become an archaeologist. Because according to the Wikipedia page, in this show, archaeologists, or archies, are revered and highly celebrated and respected individuals in the world. And so it has them going around finding the legend of this thingamajig, or locating that whatchamacallit. You know, basically all the old stuff from the previous world. It had a really weird, it had a bit of a weird ending for the cliffhanger. Understandable leading into the second season potential, but overall, I give the show Dig Man a 6.5 out of 10. It had some moments, but seemed to be kind of heavy on the dialogue, which I get the irony because I'm pretty sure this review in total has gone on for a good while. But hey, doesn't happen to me review four things in one shot. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I watched it. It was good in some parts and it was funny in some parts, but it's just like this. The overall show is like, eh. I mean, if the second season comes out, maybe I'll give it a shot, but who knows? Well, thank you for putting up with my quick shotgun review of four things altogether. If you stick around, we'll be having some more reviews coming out. And in late breaking news that was discovered prior to making this, if you're a fan of the show Archer on August 30th of the year 2023, this year, will air its final season. It's sad to see it go, but man, heck of a funny ride. I actually discovered the series when it first came out, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching Archer. Hopefully we'll get, I don't know, a video game or maybe a feature-length film. It'd be nice. But yeah, that's all the time we have for this episode. Until next time, this has been Lucha Man for Lucha Man Reviews, saying thank you for watching. As always, have a nice day. And be wary of the four things that I just reviewed. They're good in some aspects, but I wouldn't, fight someone to the death to have to watch them. So, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.